Wikipedia. John Pombe Joseph Magufuli was a Tanzanian politician who served as the fifth president of Tanzania from 2015 until his death in 2021. He served as Minister of Works, Transport and Communications from 2000 to 2005 and 2010 to 2015 and was chairman of the Southern African Development Community from 2019 to 2020. First elected as a member of parliament in 1995, he served in the cabinet of Tanzania as Deputy Minister of Works from 1995 to 2000, Minister of Works from 2000 to 2005, Minister of Lands and Human Settlement from 2006 to 2008, Minister of Livestock and Fisheries from 2008 to 2010, and as Minister of Works for a second time from 2010 to 2015. Running as the candidate of Chama cha Mapinduzi, the country's dominant party, Magufuli won the October 2015 presidential election and was sworn in on the 5th of November 2015. He was re-elected in 2020. He ran on a platform of reducing government corruption and spending while also investing in Tanzania's industries, but was accused of having had increasingly autocratic tendencies seen in restrictions on freedom of speech, restrictions on LGBT rights, and a crackdown on members of the political opposition. Magufuli was known for promoting misinformation about COVID-19 during his leadership over the pandemic in Tanzania. After a lengthy absence from public appearances, unconfirmed rumors circulated that he, himself, had been hospitalized with the disease. His death on the 17th of March 2021 was attributed by the government to a long-standing heart issue. He was succeeded by his vice president, Samia Suluhu. Education. Magufuli started his education at the Chato Primary School from 1967 to 1974 and went on to the Katok Seminary in Biharamulo for his secondary education from 1975 to 1977 before relocating to Lake Secondary School in 1977 and graduating in 1978. He joined Mkwawa High School for his advanced level studies in 1979 and graduated in 1981. That same year he joined Mkwawa College of Education for a diploma in education science, majoring in chemistry, mathematics, and education. Magufuli earned his Bachelor of Science in Education degree, majoring in chemistry and mathematics as teaching subjects from the University of Dar es Salaam in 1988. He also earned his master's and doctorate degrees in chemistry from the University of Dar es Salaam in 1994 and 2009, respectively. In late 2019, he was awarded an honorary doctorate by the University of Dodoma for improving the economy of the country. Early life and political career. Magufuli ventured into elective politics after a short period as a teacher at the Sengerema Secondary School between 1982 and 1983. He taught chemistry and mathematics. Later on, he quit his teaching job and was employed by the Nyanza Cooperative Union Limited as an industrial chemist. He remained there from 1989 to 1995, when he was elected as Member of Parliament representing Chato District. He was appointed Deputy Minister for Works in his first term as MP. He retained his seat in the 2000 election and was promoted to a full ministerial position under the same docket. After President Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete was requested to take office, he moved John Joseph Magufuli to the post of Minister of Lands and Human Settlement on the 4th of January 2006. Subsequently, he served as Minister of Livestock and Fisheries from 2008 to 2010 and again as Minister of Works from 2010 to 2015. 2015 presidential election. On the 12th of July 2015, Magufuli was nominated as CCM's presidential candidate for the 2015 election, winning a majority vote in the final round of the primary over two opponents, Justice Minister and former United Nations Deputy Secretary General Asha Rose Magiro, and the African Union Ambassador to the United States of America, Amina Salam Ali. Although Magufuli faced a strong challenge from opposition candidate and previous CCM political party member Edward Lowassa in the election, held on the 25th of October 2015, Magufuli was declared the winner by the National Electoral Commission on the 29th of October. He received 58% of the vote. His running mate, Samia Suluhu, was also declared vice president. He was sworn in on the 5th of November 2015. 2020 presidential election. In July 2020, Magufuli was nominated as the CCM's presidential candidate in elections scheduled for October 2020. His nomination was not opposed after the expulsion from the party earlier in the year of Bernard Membe, a former foreign minister who had planned to challenge the nomination. He received the highest votes and was therefore re-elected to extend his presidency until 2025 for a second term. According to Al Jazeera, the election was marred by allegations of arrests of candidates and protesters, restrictions on agents of political parties to access polling stations, multiple voting, pre-ticking of ballots, and widespread blocking of social media. A local elections watchdog group noted a heavy deployment of military and police whose conduct created a climate of fear. Presidency. After taking office, Magufuli immediately began to impose measures to curb government spending, such as barring unnecessary foreign travel by government officials, using cheaper vehicles and boardrooms for transport and meetings respectively, shrinking the delegation for a tour of the Commonwealth from 50 people to 4, dropping its sponsorship of a World AIDS Day exhibition in favor of purchasing AIDS medication, and discouraging lavish events and parties by public institutions. Magufuli reduced his own salary from $15,000 to $4,000 per month. Magufuli suspended the country's Independence Day festivities for 2015, in favor of a national cleanup campaign to help reduce the spread of cholera. He personally participated in the cleanup efforts, having stated that it was so shameful that we are spending huge amounts of money to celebrate 54 years of independence when our people are dying of cholera. The cost savings were to be invested in improving hospitals and sanitation in the country. On the 10th of December 2015, more than a month after taking office, Magufuli announced his cabinet. Its size was reduced from 30 ministries to 19 to help reduce costs. On the 12th of April 2016, Magufuli conducted his first foreign visit to Rwanda, where he met his counterpart Paul Kagame and inaugurated the new bridge and one-stop border post at Rusumo. Magufuli also attended the memorial for the 22nd anniversary of the Rwandan genocide. In July 2016, Tanzania banned shisha smoking, with Magufuli citing its health effects among youth as the reason. In March 2017, Tanzania banned the export of unprocessed ores, in an effort to encourage domestic smelting. In January 2018, Magufuli issued a directive ordering the suspension of registration for foreign merchant ships, following recent incidents surrounding the seizure of overseas shipments of illegal goods being transported under the flag. Tanzania and Zanzibar had gained reputations for being flags of convenience. In the same year, Magufuli introduced a free education for all the government schools in 2016 without paying fees. The country has amended the laws governing the award of mining contracts, giving itself the right to renegotiate or terminate them in the event of proven fraud. The new legislation also removes the right of mining companies to resort to international arbitration. The tax dispute with Acacia Mining, accused of having significantly undervalued its gold production for years, finally resulted in an agreement. Tanzania obtained 16% of the shares in the mines held by the multinational. In May 2020, Acacia Mining paid $100 million to the government to end dispute as the first tranche of the $300 million. However, this anti-corruption policy has also frightened investors, who now fear they will have to deal with Tanzanian justice and weakened growth, according to Zitto Kabwe, one of the leaders of the Opposition Alliance for Change and Transparency. With one of the highest economic growth rates on the African continent, the Tanzanian government is embarking on a vast program of infrastructure development, particularly rail infrastructure. The small fishing port of Bagamoyo, to which $10 billion of investment has been allocated, is expected to become the largest port in Africa by 2030. Infrastructure. Magufuli's government worked on various infrastructure projects targeting economic development. Projects include the addition of half a dozen Air Tanzania planes as a way of reviving the national carrier, the expansion of Terminal 3 of Julius Nyerere International Airport, construction of Tanzania Standard Gauge Railway, Mfugale Flyover, Julius Nyerere Hydropower Station, Obungo Interchange, New Cylinder Bridge, Kigongo Busisi Bridge, Huduma Bora za Afaya, Vituo Bora za Afaya, expansion of Port of Dar es Salaam, Dodoma Bus Terminal, Liquefied Natural Gas Plant, Water Project, Wind Farm Project, Uhuru Hospital Project, Gold Refinery Plant, and Magufuli Bus Terminal. Magufuli received the nickname, the bulldozer, in reference to his roadworks projects, but the term was also used about his moves to reduce spending and corruption within the government. Following Magufuli's initial rounds of cuts post-inauguration, the hashtag, #WhatWouldsMagufuli Do, was used by Twitter users to demonstrate their own austerity measures inspired by the president.